Las Vegas is famous for a lot of things, like the bright lights, the casinos, and the hotels. But Sin City isn't usually the first place you think of as an outdoor destination. While most of the city attractions here wouldn't normally appeal to us, the desert landscape of Nevada is truly breathtaking. We came here to climb in Red Rocks Canyon, a beautiful and hugely popular national conservation area just 15 minutes outside the city, and it blew our minds. We knew this was one of the premier climbing areas in the US, with some of the hardest and most beautiful climbing in the world. But actually being here is something else.
This was one of the most beautiful places we've ever climbed, and we're really excited to share the cinematic shots of this amazing place with you.
We're entering the Red Rocks Canyon Scenic Drive, which runs through some of the most beautiful parts of the conservation area. You need a timed entry permit to get in, because it's gotten so popular.
There's over 3,000 routes and boulders here for every discipline and difficulty, from complete beginner all the way to V17. And it's that same beautiful red sandstone that gives this place its name and makes it so popular for climbing.
There's a bunch of parking lots to stop at along the scenic drive. The climbing area we're going to today is approached from a parking lot for an area called Sandstone Quarry. It's a relatively short approach from here to the Pier. The Pier is a deep red sandstone formation that gets shade for most of the day on the north side, which is really important in the desert heat.
We started by tackling Under the Boardwalk, an interesting juggy classic that gets much more crimpy by the top.
After a thuggy start, the climb enters an easier section with many rests and large holds.
The rests give way to a more crimpy vertical section with several larger moves.
The crux of this climb comes at the end, with a bunch of slopey crimps guarding the section immediately below the anchor. It didn't help that the temperature was quite high, making the slopers feel extra slippery. After finishing Under the Boardwalk, we picked out this beautiful arête climb on the end of the Pier formation. This climb really has it all in terms of interesting movements. The start is a short crux as you fight to get over a mini roof with some really long throw moves. After a few clips, you get to this cool hueco feature that was perfect for a knee bar rest. Following the rest, I cruised through an easier section before setting up for the crux. The crux involves an awkward throw to a narrow slot that is very easy to miss. The final section doesn't let up, as you make big moves between good crimps to the anchor.
That was an amazing day of climbing. We'll need some rest though before we can climb again. So we'll take some time to explore another amazing natural attraction near Las Vegas, the world famous Valley of Fire State Park.
Valley of Fire State Park is the oldest and largest state park in Nevada. Located just an hour from Las Vegas, the fiery red rocks here attract visitors from all over the world. It's a perfect rest day destination when climbing at Red Rocks.
The hike we're doing today, the Seven Wonders Loop, will lead us through the White Dome Slot Canyon and ultimately to the famous Fire Wave.
Welcome to the Fire Wave. The bright red lines in the rock definitely justify the name.
The park is a geologic wonder and has over 2,000 years of human history carved into its sandstone walls.
Our rest day hike was a success, and now we're ready to come back strong to our climbing projects.
But before returning to Las Vegas, we stayed just long enough to watch a fiery sunset from inside the park.
Today, the temperature is more manageable than it was in our last visit, which should bode well for sending.
We found this beautiful climb around the end of the pier, with nice movement and a stunning position.
The climb, called Long Walk off the short pier, consists of mostly face climbing on crimps and jugs. It has a few reachy moves, but is generally straightforward and makes for a great warm-up. After clipping the anchor, you get some amazing views. It's a perfect setup for our project climbs.
To start off, Linnea is going to finish off Under the Boardwalk.
Trying Under the Boardwalk again, this time on lead, required my full concentration. After moving efficiently through the easier section, I had to focus in order to catch the throw moves to the crimps up top.
We've completed both of the earlier climbs, but now it's time to move to something that will be a significantly bigger challenge. This climb, called Geometric Progression, runs up the middle of the pier. It will be harder, but could be doable in the limited sessions we have.
The climb starts with a few risky moves on slopers, where you have to trust your feet. After a short rest in some huecos near the middle, you go up into some good crimps to set up for the crux. After falling near the top of the crux, I pulled back up to try the moves again, but fell even lower than before. I tried a number of different methods, but couldn't seem to find a way past the crux cross move. Finally, near sunset, I found a beta that worked. I'll be back for my revenge on this route.
This was hands down one of the best climbing experiences we've had so far, and it was definitely worth making the trip out here. Thanks for joining us on it.
If you enjoyed the video, check out our climbing adventure earlier this fall in the Canadian Rockies, where we conquered our longest multi-pitch to date.